those who have joined us today on this event. A very warm and a pleasant welcome to one and all. Today, we are here in the International Conference on Relevancy of Ancient Mathematics to the Current Digital Trends, ICRAMCTD 2022, in collaboration with 13th Annual Congress of APTSMS, 31st Annual Congress of APTSMS. Once again, I welcome you all. Now, I call upon all the dignitaries onto the dais. Kindly take over your seats. In the list, the Vice Chancellor of National Sanskrit University, Professor GSR Krishnamurthy sir, kindly come over to the dais. The chief guest of the day, Shri A.V. Dharmareddy Garu, Executive Officer, TTD Tirupati, kindly come over to the dais. Guest of honor, Professor N. Kishan, APTSMS, President, Usmania University, Hyderabad, kindly come over to the dais. Keynote speaker, Dr. Ramella Avadhanalu Garu, Founder and Chief Executive, Shri Vedabharati, Hyderabad, kindly come over to the dais. Special guest, Vishian Lakosol, K-Stad University, Bangkok, Thailand, kindly come over to the dais. Special invitee of the day, Dr. C. Jayasubha Reddy, Sri Venkateshwara University, Tirupati, General Secretary, APTSMS, kindly come over to the dais. I would just like to take 2 minutes to remind you all and to remember this remember this event as something that paves way. According to NEP 2020, the NEP 2020 itself marks an impression on multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research. This event, this international conference paves way to a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approach in the minds of the students and in the staff. So that is the importance of this event that is being conducted by National Sanskrit University, Tirupati. Right now, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to proceed further for lighting of the lamp. I also request Dr. A. Chandulal sir, Head Department of Mathematics, Organizing Secretary, ICRAMCDT 2022, to come over to the dais. I request all the dignitaries to proceed further for the inaugural lighting of the lamp. Sir. It is a tradition to start every event with the Veda mantras, the pious Veda mantras. So I just request the students of Veda Bhashya to come over to the dais and render the Veda mantras.
ॐ श्री वेदपुरुषाय नमः। हरिः ॐ पावकानाः सरस्वती वाजे भिर्वाजिनीवती जज्यं वष्टुधिया वसुः चोदयित्रीषु नृतानां चेतन्ति सुमतीनां जज्यन् दधे सरस्वती महो अर्णः सरस्वती प्रचेतायति केतुना धियो विश्वविराजति सदा सस्पति मद्भूतं प्रियमिन्दरस्य काम्यं सनिं मेधामयासि खग्गुस्वाहा जाम्मेधां देवगणाः पितरश्चोपासते तया मामद्या मेधायाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा मेधां मे वरुणो ददातु मेधामग्निः प्रजापतिः मेधामिन्द्रश्च वायुश्च मेधां धाता ददातु मे स्वाहा इदं मे ब्रह्मा चक्षतरं चोभे श्रियमश्नुतां मयि देवा दधातु श्रियमुत्तमां तस्यै ते स्वाहा हरिः ॐ श्रीवेदपुरुषार्पणमस्तु।
Thank you for such a holy start. Now we proceed to the prayer song. The students of National Sanskrit University are requested to come over to the dais to sing Saraswati Vandana.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। यं शैव समुपासते शिव इति ब्रह्मेति वेदान्तिनो बौद्धा बुद्ध इति प्रमाणपटवः कर्तेति नैयायिकाः अर्हन्नित्यथ जैनशासनरथाः कर्मेति मीमांसकाः सोऽयं वो विदधातु वाञ्छितफलं त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरिः ईशानां जगतोऽस्य वेङ्कटपतेः विष्णोः परां प्रेयसीं तद्वक्षस्थलनित्यवासरसिकां तत्क्षान्तिसंवर्धिनीं पद्मालङ्कृतपाणिपल्लवयुगां पद्मासनस्थां श्रियं वात्सल्यादिगुणोज्ज्वलां भगवतीं वन्दे जगन्मातरम् समस्तजननीं वन्दे चैतन्यस्तन्यदायिनीं वेङ्कटेशं स्मरामि स्मरामि हरे वेङ्कटेश प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रियं वेङ्कटेश प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ श्रीमन् कृपाजलनिधे कृतसर्वलोक सर्वज्ञशक्तनतवत्सल सर्वशेषिन् स्वामिन् सुशील सुलभाश्रितपारिजात श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रियः कान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधयेऽर्थिनां श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् सर्वेऽपि सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
I now request Dr. A. Chandulal, Head Department of Mathematics, to welcome the gathering and address his welcome speech.
Om Namo Venkateshaya. Good morning to one and all. We are gathered here to the 31st Annual Congress of APTS-MS and International Conference on Relevance of Ancient Mathematics to the Current Digital Trends, organized under the Department of Mathematics, National Sanskrit University, Tirupati, from 9 to 11 December 2022. I deem it as an honor to welcome all of you to the conference. I express my warm welcome to our chief guest, Sri A.V. Dharmareddy Garu. Sri A.V. Dharmareddy Garu, Executive Officer, TTD, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, Tirupati. Thank you, sir, for your valuable presence. I express my welcome to our Vice Chancellor, Professor G.S.R. Krishnamurthy, sir. G.S.R. Krishnamurthy, sir, Vice Chancellor of National Sanskrit University. Thank you, sir, for providing the necessary support and encouragement for every event conducted in our Department of Mathematics. I express my welcome to our Registrar, Commander Chella Venkateswar. I welcome our special guest, Professor Vichal, sir, Bangkok, Kingstar University, Thailand. I welcome our today keynote speaker, Dr. Ramella Avdanlu Garu. Today keynote speaker, founder and chief executive Sri Veda Bharati, Hyderabad. Cheti amma. I welcome our special invitee, Professor N. Kishan, President, APTS-MS, Head Department of Mathematics, Usmania University, Hyderabad. I also welcome our another special guest, Dr. C. Jayasubbareddy Garu, General Secretary, APTS-MS, Department of Mathematics, SV University, Tirupati. I extend my welcome to all the delegates who were able to come here from various places. I am happy to inform you that we are received nearly 170 abstracts from various prestigious institutions like IITs, NITs, central universities, and other well-known institutions across the country. This international conference. They also welcome to their research scholars, several fields, pure and applied mathematics, and their applications in science and technology. This is domain to exchange ideas and get the depth discussion on various innovations and new trends with ancient Indian mathematics. Once again, I welcome all to the December gathering on behalf of National Sanskrit University and International Conference of Relevance Ancient Mathematics to the current digital trends and with association with APTMS. Thank you, sir.
I would just like to take 2 minutes to introduce to you all the dignitaries on the dais. In the order, Professor GSR Krishnamurthy sir, the Vice Chancellor of National Sanskrit University, Tirupati, an eminent scholar, an extempore poet par excellence, 37 years of experience in teaching and research, has authored more than 10 original books and translated 7 books, and he has 40 plus articles for in his accomplishments, recognized by Uttar Pradesh Sahitya Academy and UP Sanskrit Sansthan, Maho Mahapadhyay, by Hindi Sahitya Sammelan. He has also bagged the Lifetime Achievement Award in Creative Writing by SNET. Experienced administrator, an eminent scholar who's right now with us. I welcome you here, sir. Shri A.V. Dharma Reddy Garu, a person who's also a backbone for this institution, who has always been there with us in every occasion that we have had, who has been supportive enough in the development of our institution. On deputation as Additional Executive Officer, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, Government of Andhra Pradesh. He has MSc Electronics, and previously he's been working as Director, Ministry of Home Affairs, New Delhi, Chief Executive Officer in Delhi Cantonment. I welcome you, sir, and we hope and we expect the same support from you in all our endeavors in future, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming here. Professor N. Kishan, Head Department of Mathematics, Osmania University, President of APTS MS. He's the Dean Faculty Science, Mahatma Gandhi University, Nalgonda. He has been the convener for Common PG Entrance Test in Telangana State. He has also conducted several online exams at national level. He is the Director of Directorate of Admissions in Osmania University, Chairperson Board of Studies in Mathematics of Osmania University and Palamaru University, served as Warden. He has served in several positions in administrative level too. As far as academic accomplishments are concerned, he has a PhD degrees awarded 21, and he is awarded with MPhil research scholars as 6. Presently, 8 scholars are working under him. He has published more than 180 papers, amongst which international journals constitute 140 and national journals of 40. He has also has bagged some projects under him. Few are UGC DSA SAP program in fluid mechanics. His major research project was on DST PERS program, research project on steady flow of incompressible new Newtonian power law fluids, a numerical study. He has membership in several professional bodies, a lifetime member in Indian Science Congress, lifetime member in ISTAM, life member in Andhra Pradesh Society for Mathematical Sciences, member in Indian Academy of Mathematics. He is also a research person in BARC Training School for junior scientists at AMD, Atomic Mineral Directorate, Begumpet, Hyderabad. He has also bagged Best State Teacher Award 2020 from Government of Telangana. I welcome you, sir, Professor N. Krishan, sir. I now Dr. R.V.S.S. Avadhanalu Garu. He has titles such as Vachaspati, Samskrita Mitra, Samskrita Sevavrati. To his accomplishments, he has MSc Nuclear Physics, MA PhD in Sanskrit, MA PhD in Jyotisha, DLIT, Deputy Director of Computers, retired, Nizam's Institute of Medical Sciences, Hyderabad. He has MSc Nuclear Physics, stood first in Andhra University, MA Sanskrit, once again he stood first in Osmania University, PhD in Sanskrit, PhD in Jyotisha, a living epitome of interdisciplinary research, I would say. He has his degrees in traditional studies such as classical Sanskrit, Yajurveda, Indian astronomy, Mimamsa Shastra, Vedanta Shastra, research studies in Vedic sciences since 5 decades, a patent holder from 2020. Distinctions, he has got merit scholarship from Government of Andhra Pradesh, merit scholarship from Government of India, from Department of Atomic Energy, patent rights on Vedic database designs. This is ever since 1957 to be noted. Another brief description of R.V.S.S. Avadhanalu Garu in a multi-splendored personality. A computer science scientist par Vedic scholar, an inventor of modern computer techniques and preserver of Vedic wisdom, a researcher of seismology and teacher of Vedic mathematics, a database administrator in a super specialty hospital, a database designer for multilingual multimedia Vedic system, a scientist and Sanskrit linguist, a traditionalist and trendsetter, an eloquent speaker, what not. He has had everything in his bag. So his accomplishments are not just limited to one study area. He is into multidisciplinary studies and multidisciplinary research. This is for the benefit of our students, that you all listen to such eminent scholars and try to ignite such things in your mind so that you get inspired and further proceed with such scholars in future for your studies. Thank you. I just now call the chief guest of the day, Shri A.V. Dharma Reddy Garu, to address the gathering here. Sir.
ओम नमो वेंकटेशाय श्री वेंकटाचलाधीशं श्रियाध्यासितवक्षसं श्रितचेतनमन्दारं श्रीनिवासं अहं भजे रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगिता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वञ्च हनुमत् स्मरणात् भवेत् Vice Chancellor of National Sanskrit University, Professor Murthy Garu, Dr. Remilla Avadhanalu Garu, and all the dignitaries present on the dais, and professors, lecturers, students assembled here. I extend my warm welcome to all of you. In this conference, the subject chosen is really excellent. Relevance of ancient mathematics to the current digital trend. And over a period of time, we have forgotten our ancient science, very rich knowledge which we possessed. Maybe thousand years back, India has been under the rule of Muslims and then English. They started implementing their knowledge and education on us, and they started making us to believe that whatever science we had, it is a superstition. So this kind of education which was imposed on you, slowly we ourselves started believing on Western science and started forgetting about our great wealth of treasure of science which we had with us. After joining Tirupati Devasthanam, I had close interaction with Vedic scholars who are in our Veda Patashalas and SV Vedic University and so many other Hindu Dharma Prachara Parishad departments where great scholars are there in TTD. And slowly I also developed interest in finding the signs which we had in our ancient texts, Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas and other various texts. I'll just want to give you one of my experience how beautifully we had great science with us on theory of relativity. Einstein's theory of relativity was sometime in the 1905 or 1910, around in the first 10 years of 20th century. Whereas theory of relativity we knew much earlier, maybe 5,000-6,000 years back. There was a question while running the temple, Vaikuntha Ekadasi, which comes once in a year. There is a tradition of opening Vaikuntha Dwaram for having darshan of Vaikuntha Dwaram and also Lord Venkateshwara. Initially, this Vaikuntha Dwaram was opened for one day, maybe 50-60 years back. Then there was a rush of pilgrims which they could not have darshan in one day, so they wanted to provide remaining balance of people next day also Dwadasi. So over a period of 50-60 years, Vaikuntha Dwaram was opened for only 2 days, and then after 2 days it was getting closed. And there was a huge rush of pilgrims for having Vaikuntha Dwara Darshanam. So only limited people used to have darshan on 2 days. When I looked into the issue, why 2 days? Why not 5 days? Why not 10 days? Why not 365 days? Why only for 2 days? This is a Vaishnava temple, and in comparison to other Vaishnava temples, about 108 Vaishnava temples, Divyadeshas are there. What is happening there about this Vaikuntha Dwara Darshan? We wanted to study, and thanks to some of the professors of Rani Sadasiva Murthy from this university, and also some of the Vedic scholars from our institutes, we gathered together. We wanted to do research on this. In Srirangam, which is number 1 Vaishnava allied temple, the Vaikuntha Dwaram is there for 10 days. And Melkote 10 days. So Parsardi temple in Chennai, it is 10 days. So it is 2 days here. So this is the most popular and highly visited temple, Vaishnava temple in the world. So then we wanted to know the justification and also rationality of 10 days and also 2 days here. When we went deep into the matter, the principle of theory of relativity is relevant. According to that only, this 10 days Vaikuntha Dwara Darshanam is proposed or defined, or you can say established in all Vaishnava temples. Why? What is theory of relativity involved in this? The relativity of time. You know, Dakshinayanam and Uttarayanam. Dakshinayanam is 6 months and Uttarayanam is 6 months in a year. In Vaikuntham for Sri Mahavishnu, 1 day in his time frame is equivalent to 1 year on the earth. This is the relativity of time between Vaikuntham, and Vaikuntham is the head office which runs this universe, which controls this universe. So if you relate 1 day in Vaikuntham to 365 days, that is 1 year on the earth. So 40 minutes in Vaikuntham is equivalent to 10 days on the earth. So what is this 40 minutes and what is this 10 days? After Dakshinayanam, when you are entering into Uttarayanam, Dhanurmasam starts. That is like a dawn, you can say, in a day. So naturally in the night, in Vaikuntham, Lord Vishnu sleeps, and in daytime he works. So this is the reason exactly why, rationally if you apply, Bhishma, when he was to die, he said, I will leave from this body only in Uttarayanam, not in Dakshinayanam. See, religious leaders and people may say anything, why, what is the reason why he wants it to go in Uttarayanam, but as far as me and my analysis is that it is a daytime for Lord Vishnu in Uttarayanam. So reaching Lord Vishnu in daytime and going to him is better than reaching in night time waiting for his presence. So this logic, if you see, Lord Vishnu, after getting up in the early morning, daily, after his personal things, whatever we do, like we take bath and we do pranayam, we do yoga and all these things. Initial 80 minutes spent for himself, and last 40 minutes he reviews and he gives darshan to all gods and demigods who are controlling this entire universe. Entire universe, as per our ancient text, is divided into 33 divisions. 33 devatas come there and take audience of Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha Dwaram, otherwise called Uttara Dwaram. What is Uttara? Uttara, Uttamam means the best one. In Uttara Dwaram, they take audience of Lord Vishnu and they have darshan of Lord Vishnu in that Uttara or Vaikuntha Dwaram. That 40 minutes is translated into 10 days on the earth. So the God who is in charge of our division where earth is located is also there with Lord Vishnu during that time. So when our boss is having darshan of super boss, that is Lord Vishnu, in that 40 minutes which is translated to 10 days, then on that, during that 10 days, if you have Vaikunthodara darshan, then as good as having darshan of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu will bless you. This is the scientific reason that the time relativity between both earth and the Vaikuntham. So that time relativity may be different for different planets which are there in this universe. So that is the kind of science we had, even theory of relativity we had, time relativity. Time relativity is very difficult to explain, but we had explained. And relativity of velocity, relativity of all these things are explained well in our ancient texts. Similarly, Vedic mathematics, I really don't know much about Vedic mathematics. I did not have time to spend with Bharati Krishna Tirthaji, who is in Pune, who is an expert in Vedic mathematics, who has written a lot of books. He is the person who is a pioneer in writing books on Vedic mathematics. I had an occasion to interact with him when recently visited Tirumala for darshan of the Lord. He says, Vedic mathematics, there are 16 sutras and 13 sub-sutras. Sutra means formulae and sub-sutras means sub-formulae. These sutras and sub-sutras, 16 plus 13, total 29, if you properly deploy and apply to any mathematical solution, you can easily arrive than the traditional and what you can say modern Western formulas what we apply for all these arithmetics, algebra, calculus, trigonometry and iconics and all these things. He says, if you thoroughly learn the application of these 29 sutras, you can really solve all the problems, not exactly solving them on the paper, but you can solve in brain itself. If you learn the art of applying these sutras of mathematical solutions to solve the mathematics problems, then your brain becomes sharper and your brain's capability increases 5 times than what you have now. That is what he told me, but I really did not experience or tried so far these Vedic mathematics, but because of paucity of time and then busy in our day-to-day administration, so I did not find time to do it. Maybe after retirement, I really want to go into these aspects and try and acquire as much knowledge as possible. And I don't want to take much of your time because keynote speaker, nuclear physics scientist Avadhan Lugaru is here, and other mathematics professionals are here who can share and link between the present day mathematics and applied mathematics with that of our ancient mathematics, and how ancient mathematics and their application will improve your capability in mathematics, and also to find more theories in mathematics. I thank Vice Chancellor of NSU for inviting me as chief guest and to be with you today. And I also pray Lord Venkateshwara to bless this conference, and Lord Venkateshwara to bless all the speakers to give their knowledge and disseminate their knowledge among the students, so that ancient mathematics also become more popular and will be useful for the current society. Sriyakantaya Kalyana Nidhaye Nidhayertinam Sri Venkatanivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam. Om Namo Venkateshaya.
Thank you, sir. As you have rightly said, this is the best event to even convey the numerical significance of Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. And you will be the appropriate person to actually convey us the importance of numbers, which are present in Vedic texts and the upcoming months that are going to be experienced by us. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. C. Jayasubba Reddy Garu, SV University, Tirupati, General Secretary of APTS MS, to come over to the dais and address the gathering about this conference.
Om Namo Venkateshaya. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Sri A.V. Dharmareddy sir, Executive Officer, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, Tirupati, and Honorable Vice Chancellor G.S.R. Krishnamurthy Garu, National Sanskrit University, Professor Special Guest Vichan, Thailand, Professor R. Avadhanulu Garu, now at present President of this APTS, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Mathematical Society, Professor N. Kishan, Usman University, Hyderabad, Organizing Secretary Dr. A. Chandula, and dignitaries of the dais, my teachers, Professor Srinath, Department of Mathematics, Sri Venkateswara University, Professor Vishwanath Reddy sir, SV University, Professor Bharati Madam, SV University, Professor Suguna Madam, SV University, my teacher, Professor Shobhalata Madam, Sri Krishna Devaraya University, Anandpur, Professor Maheshwari Madam, Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Professor U.M. Swami Garu, Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, Professor Venkateswarlu, Geetam University, Bengaluru, Professor Upendra Reddy, Mahatma Gandhi University, Nalgonda, Professor Balasubramaniam, Tamil Nadu, Professor M.C. Raju, JNTU Anandpur, JNTU Pulivendala, Professor Keshav Reddy, JNTU Anandpur, Professor Bodhat Mistra, Bidsvilani, Hyderabad, and Professor Bhavanar Satyanarayana, Nagarjuna University, Professor Sunita Madam, Yogavamna University, Kadapa, and invitees, very good morning to all of you. At the very outset, I deem it as honor to welcome all of you to the 31st Annual Congress of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Society for Mathematical Sciences and International Conference on Relevancy of Ancient Mathematics to the Current Digital Trends 2022, organized under the Auspicious Department of Mathematics, National Sanskrit University, Tirupati, from 9th to 11th December 2022. The Andhra Pradesh Society for Mathematical Sciences was established in the year of 1986 by late Professor N.C.H. Pattabhiramacharulu, Regional Engineering College, Warangal, now at present National Institute of Technology, Warangal, and late Professor P.V. Arunachalam, Professor of Mathematics, Sri Venkateswara University, and Founder Vice Chancellor of Dravid University, Kuppam. Andhra Pradesh Society for Mathematical Sciences was changed to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Society for Mathematical Sciences in November 2018 under the able leadership of Professor T. Srinivas, Kakati University, Warangal. Now at present, Professor Kishan, President of this society. APTSMS is organizing 5th International Conference in collaboration with National Sanskrit University, Tirupati. The conference will bolster the pursuit of mathematical oriented research in consonance with ancient intellectual mathematical ideas on contemporary lines. Many thanks to the endowment speakers, invited speakers, and invitees, and most important, our gurus, pioneer teachers of our Department of Mathematics, Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati. I extended my thanks to the delegates who were able to come from abroad and India to participate in this conference 2022. I personally thank all the delegates for their keen interest and hope that the deliberations held during the conference, further research on the subject areas will bear fruition in terms of positive impact to the society. I personally and I am grateful to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor G.S.R. Krishnamurthy Garu, National Sanskrit University, Tirupati, for providing the needed financial support. Last but not least, I thank the faculty members, research scholars, students, non-teaching staff, print and electronic media for lending their support to make this day possible. Once again, I welcome all of you to this August gathering, ICMA, ICRA, MC, DT 2022. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. I now request Professor N. Kishan, APTSMS President, Usmania University, Hyderabad, to present his presidential address towards the gathering.
Om Namo Venkateshaya. Good morning to everyone. So, dignitaries on the dais, today's guest, E. Dharma Reddy Garu, Chief Executive Officer, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, and Vice Chancellor, Sanskrit University, G.S. K.R. Murthy Garu, G.S. Krishnamurthy Garu, Vice Chancellor, Sanskrit University, and the dignitaries on the dais, Professor Wachkan from Thailand, and Jai Subba Reddy, General Secretary, the APTSMS conference, and Chandulal, Organizing Secretary and Convener for this conference. So all the dignitaries of the dais, former President Professor Keshav Reddy Garu, Professor E.M. Swami Garu, Professor Maheshwari Madam, and all other dignitaries of the dais. This international conference on relevance of ancient mathematics to the current digital trend 2022, conducting along with the APTMS 31st Annual Congress. And this second time in the Sanskrit University, the program is conducting along with the APTSMS this program. And in 2019, they have conducted, again they are conducting this Congress. So I thank the Vice Chancellor, the encouraging like the mathematics program with APTSMS. Definitely this is relevant to the topic and university also. So the relevance to the topic and relevance to the university. So nowadays we know that the ancient mathematics and Vedic mathematics, whatever the chief guest today is Dharma Reddy Garu, enlightened us the other side of mathematics, how we have used and what is the science we have, what is the mathematics and the other the subject we have already have in our ancient and Vedic mathematics. So that we have to do a lot of research on that. So that so much is there, but it is not the recorded. It is not recorded. So sir said which is not recorded, many people will say that it is superstitious. So that we have to do, and this conference definitely will help us. So the APTMS is the platform to help us the young students, research scholars, and faculty members to interact and collaborate and exchange the knowledge, ideas, and exchange also the regarding the curriculum frameworks and other things. So the relevance of the mathematics and ancient mathematics and relevance this, the recently the central government has adopted the NEP 2020 National Education Policy after 36 years, more than 36 years. The National Education Policy brought by this government, central government. Now it is in the process. They have given lot of inputs from LKG, UKG to the up to research level. They have given clear frameworks how the LKG students when it will be enter into the classes, and how the middle class and then go to the upper classes and then go to the intermediate level, then go to the higher education, then go to the research programs. So working hours, curricular credits and credits, how many hours must be there, how many learning hours must be there, and everything methodologies broadly they have given. But the slowly the first the central universities are adopted and it is implementing, and coming to the higher education it will take a lot of time, another 2-3 years I think. So we have to take after many people will say that when 1991 PV Narasimha Rao is taken the economical policies, the globalization, many people have opposed it, but later we have seen it is now it is the best thing what PV Narasimha Rao did, the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister. So we think we also think the NEP is also like in future it will be gives a lot of inputs and it will boost the education. And with this, I will welcome all the dignitaries and all the delegates and invited talks speakers and all person, resource person to this enjoy this 3 days the program and utilize the fruitfully. And this is a temple town. You can also use the place which is in a very good place for the temples. Are many temples are there here. Everybody knows is well-known town. So with this, I thank the organizers. I particularly thank the Vice Chancellor of Sanskrit University for encouraging this type of conference. Thank you, Vananda. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you have mentioned, National Sanskrit University is always in the forefront to accomplish everything, all the recommendations that NEP 2020 has been telling us to do. Rightly said that methodologies, the research scholars, their thoughts, and their approaches towards multidisciplinary research, interdisciplinary research would fetch only through such titles, and National Sanskrit University always supports such interdisciplinary approaches in the future endeavors also, as now. Now, I would like to request the special guest of this event, Professor Vishian Lohakosal K-Start University, Bangkok, Thailand. I'm sorry, sir, if my pronunciation is wrong, but kindly bear with me. Kindly come over to the dais and address the gathering, sir.
Honorable dignitaries, friends, professors, students, and all the guests. First of all, I would like to thank everyone here, especially the organizing committee, for your invitation, your hospitality, and your welcome. This is my 5th time in India. You know why I like this country, because of all this. Let me say a few things. On the professional side, we learn from school and then university all the subjects: mathematics, science, economics, morals, civils, and so on, in order to earn our living and to make our daily life comfortable. And of course, to see the mathematics here is healthy is a very good sign, and we are very happy. Actually, India has been a long leader in mathematics, and I hope it will continue. Thailand comes later, and we try to do our best today. On the personal side, do you believe me or not, I learned Sanskrit in school. Through the study of Buddhism, and we've come to realize that we all are very close to one another. That brings me to the question I usually ask when I was very, very young, that why was I born, and where will I go after this world? That brings me to study Buddhism, and just of my own sake, I would like to mention that you don't have to believe everything you hear from me, but on the spiritual side, that is what we have not learned in school, in university, but you have to learn it somewhere else, like from our honorable dignitaries. I would like to say again that we all, the team of 4 people from Thailand, 2 of which are my direct students, and 1 of which is my colleague who is very good in mathematical finance, bring with us today all the good wishes from our people in Thailand, all the gratitude, all the friendship, especially the love from our people. Thank you very much.
I now request the chairperson of this event, Professor GSR Krishnamurthy sir, Vice Chancellor of National Sanskrit University, to deliver his speech towards the gathering.
Sri Venkatadranilayah Kamala Kamakapuman Abhangara Vibhutirnastarangayatu Mangalam. Good morning to everybody. It gives immense pleasure to me to conduct here the international conference on relevancy of ancient mathematics to modern mathematical trends. Let me introduce about our institution. At the outset, this was established by the cooperation and help, immense help of Tirupati Devasthanams in 1961. Now we are celebrating the Diamond Jubilee. In the period of this span, our the Vice Chancellor, that means in charge Vice Chancellor of Vedic University, and now the Chief Executive Officer of Tirupati Devasthanams. He graced to allot 14 acres for this institution now, and also enhanced 1 crore rupees for development of this university. I am very grateful, sir. And also, he consenting our request, honored our request, came here and gave this address also to gathering. And next, our RVS Savadhani. He is a great scholar in modern and traditional studies. He studied Krishna Yajurveda. He belongs to our native place, that means the East Godavari, Padagatlapalli, where I studied there. He came and graced to deliver the keynote address. I welcome you, sir. And also it is a great opportunity to see you and all. That means Vijayan came from Bangkok, and I am very grateful to our AP, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana Mathematical Society organizers, President and Secretary Kishan Saab and our C.J. Subba Reddy also. It is our institution established in 1961. The then President of India, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and day by day flourished, came to up to this is become as the Central University. In the Central University, this is the second time international mathematics the conference, and you came. So many people came here and presented their valuable papers. This is second one. Our institution established for the language of Sanskrit, and then the training, Sanskrit training also there. This is the pedagogy wing established by B.R. Sharma, then the director of this institution. And next introduced our traditional Shastras by the Padma Bhushan N.S.R. Tatacharya as a Darshana faculty. Then introduced other faculties also, that is Sahitya and Sanskriti faculty. And next the modern subjects also introduced by the Professor S.V. Raghunatha Acharya. This is the challenge of our every Sanskrit students. What is the relevance of our traditional Shastras to modern world? This is the challenge. There is no relation between, no communication between modern and tradition. Now we are going to relation between modern and traditional Shastras. This is the launched one website. Our traditional scholars don't know the modern traditions. Our modern scientists also don't know the traditional Shastras. We have to create relation between modern science, modern and ancient studies. That's why we launched this one. This is our motto. We don't want the name and fame. We want only the universal welfare. That's why we are organizing this one. Our mathematics department is very small. It is doing many the valuable works. Our mathematics department of our mathematics Chandulal head, he came to me and organized the international seminar in this topic. Then I agreed, and all the support our authorities gave him. Now we are gathering here. Now from tomorrow, today and tomorrow, we will listen of your the innovative research papers in this person. Mathematics is the queen of sciences. There is no any science without mathematics. That's why it is called by our Varahamira, that is Ganitam Murdhini Samsthitam. It is the top of the sciences, Ganitam mathematics. It is also Vina Ganitena Vina Nahi, Laukake Vaidike Vapi. There is one stanza, 3 stanzas given by our Mahavira Acharya. He is 8th century before. He wrote the Ganita Sara Sangraha. He explained all these things. In every traditional Shastras or modern sciences, there is no any Shastra or science without mathematics. We have to think over it. Now we create our students and researchers. Think without ink. That comes by the mathematics only. There is somebody told that that computer science without mathematics we can teach. How can they teach? Trigonometry or all sciences are related to computer sciences. That you explained this one, and I hope our many valuable papers will present by you, and I think it is the great success international seminar. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate.
Thank you, sir. Our Vice Chancellor, sir, is very keen in filling the gap between the ancient and modern studies. Ever since he has been conferred as Vice Chancellor of this university, he has been advising us to take up researches which fill the gap between ancient and modern studies. He's been working hard towards it, and this event also supports the same. So, thank you, sir. Thank you for such a wonderful speech. Now I call upon the keynote speaker, Dr. Ramalla Avadhanulu Garu, Founder and Chief Executive, Shri Veda Bharati, Hyderabad, to address the gathering. Sir.
ॐ श्रियः कान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधयेऽर्थिनाम् श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम्. Respected Dharmareddy Garu, Executive Officer of this Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams, Professor Krishnamurti Garu, Vice Chancellor, Professor Chandulal Garu, and several other dignitaries, professors, and senior officials, and young scholars, young research scholars, and students, and particularly the dignitaries from other countries also. This is a great privilege for me to make a small presentation on the subject of integrating the modern sciences with the ancient sciences of this great land, Bharat. Fortunately, this place, particularly Tirupati and Tirumala, they have given me a thorough life. Let me say, sir, this is the place where my life is turned in 1992. When Dr. Shankaracharya Sharmaji was the chief guest, he was the vice president on that day. I was given the opportunity to make a presentation on digitization of the Vedas, first time in the world. We succeeded. That's the beginning actually. They immediately advised me, why can't you develop Anukramanikas for Vedas on computers? This I accomplished it. And in 1995 we made a presentation in Rashtrapati Bhavan with our entire team of members. Then actually he asked one more thing. Have you brought any proposal to me? Then I said, sir, I am innocent that we do not know that we can submit a proposal to the President of India. Normally we submit the proposals only in the director's office or to a secretary only with IAS cadre. I never met any state level minister, never chief minister, never central minister, never prime minister. But beyond that, a President of India is asking for a proposal. It is a wonderful thing. Is there a problem? Yes, there is a problem. What is that problem? Sir, the Vedas, everybody knows that there are 4 in Vedas, 4 number. But there is one problem is there, sir. These 4 Vedas were having branches at the time of beginning of our Kali Yuga. That is exactly 5,200 years back. How many branches? 1,131 branches were there. And they survived for 1,000 years on this land. Last 1,000 years, we missed a major portion of it. At the time of our independence, out of this 1131, only 13 are traceable. That is the greatest loss we had. And from 1947 to 1991, furthermore, 4 more eroded. Only 7 are being studied in all the Veda Pathashala put together. Then what do you want to say? Sir, first of all, let us take some precautions for preservation of these existing 7 branches. That's first priority. Second one, that is by recording and by conducting schools and other things. Second thing is, let us search for the remaining things. Not for 1 month or 3 months or 6 months, for at least 5 years or 10 years, throughout the world. If we are fortunate, we may be able to get at least few of them. Then immediately asked me to submit a proposal. Within 3 days, I submitted a proposal to the President of India in 1995 April. Fortunately, in the morning 10 o'clock, I submitted. By 1 o'clock, I got his approval. Throughout the India, he sent his communication to all the governors and chief ministers to look into this matter for necessary action. The Chief Minister of Rajasthan, by that time Bairan Singh Shekhawat, he was kind enough. He funded the project. Then immediately search for the remaining parts of Vedas were started actually. The search was made not for 1 year or 2 years, but 15 years it was done. 1995 to 2010 it was done. We are fortunate to have 4 branches located, sir. So 7 plus 4, all the 11, we could bring out a single volume, particularly printed in Devanagari Sanskrit script itself. Previously, Krishna Yajurveda was printed in Telugu script in Mysore. Started from 100 years back. As on today also, the same plates are being copied. Not again retyped again. But whereas, suppose a Pandit in Maharashtra, he doesn't know Telugu language, he cannot study the Telugu script. A Telugu Pandit, he cannot see some branches which are printed in Marathi language or some other language. So we insisted that all must be brought into Devanagari, and it was done. Now that is the greatest contribution of our Veda Bharati, and that was done with the help of our Sri Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, sir. That is the entire greatness goes to this first thing. Second thing is, at the time itself, actually, this today's topic, if you see, the modern sciences. In 1992, Sri M.V.S. Prasad Garu was the executive officer, sir. By the time, actually, normally we chant, we make prayer, Vishnu Sahasranam, Stotra Parayana, every day we will be making it. Everybody, millions of people will be reciting it. Millions, crores of people. I am one among them. One day I got understood, wonderful. Most of the computer concepts I started locating in this Vishnu Sahasranam Stotra. You mention a topic of computer science, we can find a particular word, because I was teaching to M.Tech students when I was a professor in Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. So what all the subjects I taught to the M.Tech students, the same thing I located in this Vishnu Sahasranam Stotra. One example I will tell you. Today, actually, I only one sloka. The other, actually, next speech is there. Then I will conclude. But because the presence of our executive officer will not be available in the next one, only one sloka I will be permitted to say, sir. One prayer shloka is there. How our great rishis, they were combining both the prayers along with the sciences in a single shloka. Combined. In mathematics, about 5,000 years back, one book was written that is called Suri Siddhanta. And the prayer shloka is Achincha Vyakta Rupaya Nirgunaya Gunatmane Samasta Jagadadhara Murtaye Brahmane Namaha. This is a prayer shloka. Brahmane Namaha, Parabrahmane Namaha. That is a major. Then what actually the adjective is using? Achincha Avyakta Rupaya. The Parabrahman is Achincha, he is beyond our imagination. Avyakta Rupaya, who has not yet manifested fully. When it is not manifested, you cannot understand it. So Achincha Vyakta Rupaya. Nirgunaya, he has no characteristics, he has no properties to identify him. Gunatmane, but apparently he has certain properties also. He is a Karunamaya. That's why he protected Gajendra Moksha story, you will be hearing it. Even though he has no gunas, but he has certain gunas like Karunya Murti. He has protected Draupadi Devi. He protects several devotees. That is the story of our Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam actually. Samasta Jagadadhara Murti. And he is the Lord of all the universes, not one verse. Actually, universe means, uni means standing one. As if it is only one universe. But we call it as Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. It means several universes. Then what is the correct wording to be used? It is multiverse, not universe. Multiverse is the right word that we used. Like that, actually, the Parabrahman in the form of Lord Venkateswara is worshipped. This is our prayer shloka. But today's topic, you see, it's in mathematics. All the words that are used in the same prayer shloka, they belong to mathematics only. You start from the first word. One important, the methodology adopted by great people is, they use one word, Advaita is there. Advaita, the three letters, they are having the word Dvaita also, that is part of it. So by using one word, you will be getting a feel of the Dvaita also when you are using Advaita. Abhaya is there, but that contains Bhaya also. That is, first of all, you have to know what is meant by Bhaya, then you will be understanding what is Abhaya. You have to understand Dvaita, then you have to understand Advaita. Similarly here, Achintya Vyakta Rupaya, Achintya is there. The three letters Achintya contains Chintya also. Avyakta is there. It contains the word Vyakta also. Vyakta is nothing but our numerics, arithmetics, additions with numbers. 0 to 9, use the digits, and then it is arithmetics, mathematics. That is indicated by the word Chintya. Then what is Achintya? Immediately, it is algebra. Because A is equal to some x, you imagine it. X, you take some x, you are not given a specific value. It's avyakta. The value is not yet known by that time. So he called it avyakta. Then what about this chintya, achintya? Chintya means which you can comprehend, which you can understand. Achintya is which you cannot imagine. That imagined number systems comes into picture. Imagined numbers means complex numbers come. It contains a real part and a plus ib, we call it. A and B are the real parts and I is the square root of -1. That is the I part, actually, that imaginary part. Actually, I will say, when you say square root of -1 is imaginary, how you can imagine it? Can you imagine square root of -1 with any value? If it is square root of 4, yes, I say plus or minus 2. But how can you imagine square root of -1? But if you square it, you should get a positive number normally. But a square root of -1, when you square it, you get out -1. So square root of -1 you cannot imagine. I should say it's not imaginary, it is unimaginable quantity. Imaginary number is unimaginable. You cannot imagine it. I think you understand me, what I am saying. Imaginary number, what we call square root of -1 is unimaginable. That is exactly achintya. Chintya means which you can imagine. Then nirgunaya. Gunatmane you take first of all. Once the word gunatmane, all our arithmetic operations are fundamentally covered by addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. That multiplication actually in Telugu or Sanskrit called as gunakara. That actually once you say indicate gunakara, immediately division also is implied. The inverse of gunakara. And this gunakara is nothing but repeated addition. Repeated addition is multiplication. Once you are indicating addition, subtraction also is implied. So all the four arithmetic operations are covered under the single word gunatmane. Then one word is there. What is that? Nirgunaya. How can you say that there is no property at all, but it exists? Or Parabrahman's lakshana is, there is only one. He exists, that's all. He is a Sat, Satyam, or Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, it says, what are the Kriya? Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma. That is the greatest definition of our Parabrahman. Is eternally available. Satyam. And he is in the form of knowledge. Jnanam. And he is infinite in his appearance. Now in this case, how he can exist without any properties? Now in mathematics, do you agree that there is one thing which has no properties but it exists? It is point. How do you define a point? It is boundaryless. It has no length, it has no breadth, it has no depth, but it exists. And because the point exists, you start putting a point. And you put one more point, draw a line, you get a straight line. Have one more straight line, you get again connect them, you get a triangle, then quadrilaterals, then pentagons. Is it not? All these entire geometry is occurring just because of the point, which has no boundaries. Nirgunaya. So you see, what all the words used in the prayer for Parabrahman, they are exactly applicable for mathematics. And the second sentence, Samasta Jagadadhara Murtaye Brahmaneha. How is this number system is holding the entire universe? Now I will tell you, sir. In Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, one important word is there. Two words are there. Eko naikastavah kakyam yattat padamanuttamam. Ekaha, that is one. It is a mathematical term only. That one is nothing but Parabrahman. He is only one. That is Parabrahman. Naikaha, other than the Parabrahman. And actually he is na plus ekaha, anekaha, or na actually here na stands for zero also. That is, it's not one. Naikaha means it's not one. Either 1 and not 1. These are the two conditions. In mathematics, I call them as binary numbers 1 and 0. As on today, all our cell phones are working just because of the binary number system only. The entire circuit, computer circuits, they are all made up of zeros and ones only. If 0 and 1 are not there, your entire cell phone will not work. Airplanes cannot work. Nothing can work in this whole world today. Entire world is now controlled by the computer system only. So like that, these two mathematical terms are controlling the universe. Exactly what are the, this is nothing but a replica of a Parabrahman. Like this, here ultimately I'll conclude it. Our mathematics, is it a Sanskrit word or English word first of all? It is a Sanskrit word, Matha and Mati. Matha, that is your brain, your knowledge, and Mati, the ideas that are coming out of it. Precisely the ideas that are coming out of our brain, that it constitutes the subject of mathematics, sir. There are 700 points are there. With this, I conclude my small, short and sweet. Thank you, sir. In this context, I would like to thank Dharma Reddy Garu. We have written 2 volumes on the history of Indian mathematics, sir. And they are being released by our Dharma Reddy Garu. And that covers 5,000 years history of Indian mathematics, sir.
The name of the book is History of Indian Mathematics, written by Dr. Ramalla Avadhanulu Garu, Founder and Chief Executive, Shri Veda Bharati. Also,
it's a great honor that Dr. Avadhanulu Garu has made me to release this book, published by Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam only. See, yeah, thank you so much, and it is a great contribution by you. Yeah. See, this 1131 branches of Vedas, now remaining branches are only 11. So that is the fact. But we should not worry about this because the entire thing is works in a circle. See, earlier we had all the Vedas, then it will lose everything, and then a circle is completed, then again Lord Vishnu will again give us all the Vedas. But why we are unable to justify whatever science we had, much better you can say, you can't compare whatever science Western world has given to us during this 300 to 1400. Basically, when Newton started mechanics, the 3 principles, then before him Kepler and all these things, from that only modern science has started. But we had better science, but we are unable to justify, like Ravanasura in Ramayana, he had a Pushpaka Vimanam. The concept of Pushpaka Vimanam was there, but what present today we think it is a fiction, only imaginary thing you imagined, and Valmiki might have wrote. But what I say is, you must know what is available in the present 11 branches of Vedas. If you know what are the facts of the science which are in this 11 branches of Vedas, that itself has more science than what has been given by the Western world in 9 branches itself, not even 11 branches. So then you just imagine, had we possessed 1131 branches of Vedas, that means we had entire thing which could have been explained by about the universe, about each and everything about the universe we had. But it is because he himself has given Vedase. See, Lord Vishnu, who is Vedase, he himself has given. So he has given everything to us, but we lost again. After some time we will get it again. So What my message to all of you, another 2 days we are going to deliberate on this ancient mathematics application to the present mathematics. My thing is that you have to blend whatever knowledge we had with us with the modern science we have, and both the things blend and try to bring out better things to the future society. So I am not saying that we had a good treasure of knowledge and we lost it. Don't be sad about it. But whatever we have now, that itself try to understand. And don't think that it is a superstition. So try to understand that and relate it to the present available science to you, so that you can be better scientist than a scientist who is concentrating on only modern science. That is what my message. And recently, I take 1 minute only, not much. Recently, I addressed a conference on neurology. The neurosurgeons and neurologists of almost all the world, they assembled in SWIMS. I explained the same thing to them, that see, what is memory in our brain? They treat the physical brain. Neurologists and neuroscientists are neurosurgeons, they treat physical brain. So people think that physical brain has memory. So for example, let us what you can say, believe that physical brain has a memory. Like computer, you have memory card, or you can say hard disk. You break it and you destroy it. Whatever stored is gone. You can't revive it. Similarly, if human brain has memory, once it perishes, that is, once your soul leaves the body, as per Bhagavad Gita is also science, and your body perishes, it goes into Panchabhutas, soul acquires from Panchabhutas and gives it to Panchabhutas, and like mass is constant, kinetic energy into potential energy into always energy is conserved. So, and this physical brain, once it perishes, what happens? You should lose memory, but you are not losing memory. You have number of evidences that in the Punarjanma, you carry the memories of previous Janma. Then your brain perishes, memory should perish, but memory is alive. And that Purvajanma memories everybody can bring back. But there is a process which has been explained. If you do that process, some people are blessed, they get it automatically. But we are not doing that practice, therefore we don't get it. So there are evidences with full justification and with documented evidences that Punarjanma Smrutis are coming to this Janma also. That means something else is carrying the memory, not your physical brain. So you understand that and blend whatever medical science we have in our Vedas, in our Shastras, in our ancient texts, with the modern physiology and modern anatomy of the body. If you do both combinedly, then you will give better treatment to the mentally ill, that is neurological disorders patients. You can do better treatment you can do it with spiritualism, and how with meditation, like Yoga Shastra. Patanjali Maharshi has given excellent way of things to protect this body, which is a main instrument for the soul to execute its responsibilities bestowed by the Paramatma. Karmanyevadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma pala hetu bhuhu mate sangyostya karmani. In Sankhya Yoga, Paramatma says that we are here to do karmas. Who has to do karmas? Soul. So how it does? Through this body. So this is the instrument, you have to keep it always healthy. So for keeping it healthy, Patanjali Yoga Shastra, he has given excellent science how to keep it very healthy. Anyway, I have taken more time. My only thing is that to conclude, we have to concentrate and acquire knowledge what is with us given by our ancient Munis, ancient Rishis to us, and study the present available academics with you also, blend both. Try to enrich your knowledge so that you will become best in the mathematics or physics or any subject for that matter. Thank you.
I now request the Chief Guest to release the souvenir, the abstract of International Conference on Relevancy of Ancient Mathematics to the Current Digital Trends. I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor GSR Sir, to felicitate the Chief Guest of the day, Sri A.V. Dharma Reddy Garu, Executive Officer, TTD Tirupati. I request Shri A.V. Dharma Reddy Garu, Executive Officer, to felicitate our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor GSR Krishnamurthy Sir. Please go ahead. Sir, our Vice Chancellor. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable presence.
And a small request that on behalf of APT SMS, I thank our Executive Officer TTD. Morning, Lord Venkateshwara has sent as a doot, and when the Secretary has put it a letter for the delegates, without any thought, he has signed that they can have a darshan. Thank you unto the Lord. Thank you very much.
I told you that research of 10 days.
Yes, sir.
You have implemented.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, 10 days also, Vaikuntha Darashanam is there.
Yes, 40 minutes is equal to 10 days.
You have implemented it.
Thank you, sir. I request all the audience to be seated. I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor GSR Krishnamurthy Sir, to felicitate Professor N. Kishan, APTSMS President, Osmania University, Hyderabad. Professor N. Kishan Sir, APTSMS President, Usmania University, Hyderabad. I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor GSR Sir, to felicitate Dr. Ramalla Avadhanalu Sir, the keynote speaker of this event, founder and chief executive. I must grab this opportunity to say that I've been going through his, I've gone through his profile yesterday, and one can find some of the most new areas of studies and creative contribution to, various areas of studies in his profile. That is something we all have to cherish and remember. A living epitome of knowledge and learning, I must say. I now request Professor GSR Krishnamurthy Sir to felicitate Professor Vishen Lohakosol, K-Start University, Bangkok, Thailand. I once again request Professor GSR Krishnamurthy Sir to felicitate Dr. C. Jayasubba Reddy Garu, SV University, Tirupati, General Secretary of APTSMS. Okay. I now request Dr. K. Shankar Naik to propose vote of thanks.
Honorable Chief Guest, Sri A.V. Dharma Reddy Garu, Chairman of this occasion, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor G.S.R. Krishnamurthy Garu, respected keynote speaker, Dr. R.V. S.S. Avadhanulu Garu, special guest of this occasion, Professor Vichain Lohoskal Garu, special invitee, Dr. C. Jayasubba Reddy Garu, and distinguished delegates, my colleges and students, good morning one and all. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. I must be felt by heart. I am honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. Organizing international conference is a challenging task and cannot be possible the great preparation, wise work, hands and support from everyone through their blessings. Now it's time to convey our gratitude to all who have extended their support to make this event successful. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making this conference a resounding success. And I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence. I am also very much thankful to all program advisory committee members and the invited speakers. Words are not enough to thank their constant guidance and support to shape the conference. First and foremost, I thank our chief guest Sri A.V. Dharma Reddy Garu, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace his occasion. I, on behalf of the organizing committee, convey deep gratitude and heartily thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor G.S.R. Krishnamurthy Garu, and I am also thanked to our Registrar Sri Challa Venkateshwar Garu and Deputy Registrar Y.V. Krishna Rao Garu helping us in obtain the necessary administrative approval for organizing the event in our university. They supported in all possible manners to organize this conference. I take immense pleasure in extending my sincere thanks to guest of honor, President of APTSMS, Professor N. Kishan Garu, and General Secretary C. Jaisubba Reddy Garu, who highlighted the directions for taking this occasion to highlights. I, on behalf of entire organizing committee, team, crew, even special guest, and on my own behalf, extended a very heartily vote of thanks to all the speakers of gracing our important works and sharing with us your finding and opinions today. I place on record our deep sense of gratitude to our special guest professors who have came from the distance for their support and cooperation. Your presence and added grandeurs to today's conference. I am very much thankful to all our current and former faculty, colleges, and non-teaching staff members who always stand by us with motivators. I feel proud and thank you for making this event a successful one. An event of this dimension cannot be overnight. The wheels start rolling month in advance. Who have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated students, committee, and volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and willingness they expressed to take on this completion of task beyond their comfort zones. Thanks to our audiovisual team and who has taken care of this conference so nicely without any irritation. Thanks to our photographers who have taken beautiful picture of today's events, which would ensure that beautiful memories of this conference would remain fresh not only in our minds but also on a photo paper. I would also like to thank our transportation and accommodation and catering team. Without you guys, this event was not possible. Thank you very much again. If time is money, then today you have spent million for us. Thanks to all of you for making this event successfully. I sincerely apologize if I have missed out of somebody. Thank you again, all of you. Thank you.
I request Professor GSR Krishnamurthy sir to felicitate Dr. C. Jayasubba Reddy Garu, SV University Tirupati, General Secretary of APTSMS. Thank you one and all. There's an announcement. Today is the first day. The first session starts by 12 p.m. So the session starts here itself. So all of you are